today, yes, it's gonna be another Lego theory. And I don't want people to think that I'm bragging about Lego or anything. Remember, that's literally the point of my channel, to talk about Legos. Okay, sure, a lot of it's all about games, but the channel was originally made for the purpose of Lego stop motion. So if I'm talking too much about Lego, then you know what Dream, you know that YouTuber that has all those controversies, he's doing too many speedruns. Because my channel's about Lego. So I'm going to say the problem with Lego Star Wars. Now, I've got a few of the Master Builder sets, and I'm not sure how many of them are actually classified, and I've also got one Ultimate set. Now I've got the Death Star, the small AT-AT, not the giant one, and I've also got the Razor Crest, but the smaller one. Also Millennium Falcon, but the thing is, what I really want is big sets on the ground, because sure, there's the Mos Eisley Cantina, but most Star Wars sets nowadays are something that moves. And I don't mean that in a good way, like they're all animal sets, which are like sets with more creatures in. But no, they're just like all spaceships, or okay, I like the mechs, but why does every Star Wars set have to be moving? Because 1 out of 10 times it'll actually be like a house, building on terrain, like the like terrestrial sets that I've got of Star Wars. The only two that really I can think of are Luke's house and Yoda's house. Now, I don't have a huge Star Wars collection. Instead of having loads of little sets, I have some medium sets and some big sets, because remember, Star Wars ain't my favourite theme, but the like top 5 biggest sets I have, I think probably all of them are Star Wars, because you know, Star Wars is just great. But I've also mainly got City, Jurassic World and Minecraft. But I think I've got less Minecraft than I do Star Wars, but yeah. So my throat's acting up a bit. I'm not sure why. Maybe my voice is changing. But yeah, like there's the Ewok Village, the Hoth set, and like the other ones. The Mos Eisley Cantina, which to my recollection is still available. But the Ewok Village, that's a cool set, but the Hoth set, it was a complete and utter flop. And it's just that people aren't really willing to buy terrain sets, because there's no really army building or like fleet building with that, which I kind of understand. Oh yeah, and there's that new terrible Yavin set. But come on, are so few of like these terrestrial sets, and then one comes, but it's like awful. That doesn't really make it seem like there's going to be that many more, because there are plenty of Star Wars creatures that would be nice to have in a set. Like Dewback, Tauntaun, Bantha, Wampa. They all appear, but like very rarely. Like the Dewbacks in Micro Fighter form and in the Mos Eisley set, but that's like as much as I've remembered it, except for like, you know, really old sets. Because it'll eventually get to a point where LEGO won't really know how like good the terrestrial sets can be, and just pumps out spaceship. Sir, we've done this spaceship 5 times already. Make it a micro fighter. Because that's basically what they did with Boba Fett. I'm not sure exactly how many times, but a lot. Like, they did do that Cloud City set, which I saw on shelves once and never again. And that was cool, and technically it was half terrestrial because it didn't move. But still, there's no real terrain on that. And I want Star Wars terrain. And sadly, rules like this, they're also used loads in Jurassic World. Loads of vehicles and not enough terrain. Of course, Jurassic World theme does have way more buildings than in the Star Wars theme, but still not enough. Like, look at the Minecraft theme. Practically every set that they've ever made is terrain, except for those big figs and, you know, big figs they never caught on. But except for that, it's all terrain. Because there are plenty of places terrain related you could do. Now I've got the Death Star and I think it's really great, and yeah, it's a good place to put the figures. Hang on a minute. It's not like they made a second version of Death Star, a second type. Oh my god, oh, you can actually drop it here. Nope. Okay, I'm not talking about the Death Star 2, because the Death Star set is both Death Stars 1 and 2, because it's mainly 1, and 2 only has like a couple of features. Like only a couple of like indoor features, like the Emperor's throne room. So LEGO knew that they wouldn't be able to sell a set of that, because, like, really, they're gonna sell another Death Star set just for one room, albeit a cool room, but just one room. Now, man, no one's gonna buy that, especially not when you can literally buy that room separately. Ooh, an Imperial like corridor was cool. But yeah, but I'm talking about Starkiller Base. Now, oh man, again. A lot of the Starkiller Base related stuff is like outside, so like the big hole thing that fires lasers, the foresty area. Like, I'm not saying they make it into a circle like the Death Star, but they can really. The Earth's round, right? And so is the Death Star. What if they make the Starkiller Base flat? With a bit of, you know, foresty area. And that big thing that fires lasers, that destroys planets and, you know, does some stuff. Yeah, why don't they make a set of that? And that they never make that many sets of Coruscant. Like, why couldn't they make a big set of the Jedi Temple that's got many rooms? Many things happen there. Albeit not that many things that they'd want to endorse for kids, but still, it's an interesting place. They could have the youngling room. They could have like the big chair room. Many rooms. Why haven't they done a set of that? I was talking about some Nautica sets. Why haven't they done a set of, like, you know, the really deep bit? Like, by that I'm only talking about like the big sets. Why haven't they made a proper Star Destroyer? Because from the looks of the Star Destroyer sets I've seen, none of them actually have an interior, correct me if I'm incorrect, but none of them actually have an interior. Why? Like, sure, accurate scale AT-AT, an accurate scale Razor Crest, but these are all versions of sets we've already got. Why not set of that big circular thingamajig? Like, I know that they've obviously made small sets, but why not a big one? Because they're big. So why? Because it would be cool. The Trade Federation. Oh man. What about Camino? And we should really like do just more of those cool figures, because yeah. Well, I think I've run out of things to say on this matter, but Lego think